Um, a day trading video. Right. You'll see if you just type in day trading into YouTube, and you'll see lots of people saying, "I've made this much money, I've made that much money, I've made this, whatever it is." Yeah. But it doesn't tell you. Those videos don't tell you how much percentage of a trading balance they have. You could make 10 grand, but on what balance? If the 10 grand is based on a 10 grand balance, the starting balance, you've made 100 grand. You've made 100%, haven't you? If the 10 grand is based on you're trading on a 50, you've got a 50 grand balance, or you've got a trade that's you spent 50 grand on the trade, and you make 10 grand, you make 20%, which is good. You can make 10% most days on different trades. You can lose 10% just as quick, obviously. Obviously, like 74% of people, 70 odd, in the 70s anyway, about 75% of people lose money trading the stock market. I did this. I got some balance this week. Trade. Well, I did actually make about 450 trades in that account. So I did have lots of different, all my closed positions, my closed trades over the last year or so. So I did actually, I just didn't have enough available balance. I had 50%, which usually is alright. But when the market plummets, when the trade plummets 3 days consecutively, 50% available is not enough. You need at least 85% available, which I didn't have. It busts the balance, but but the person can actually, if a person had 100 grand balance, for example, we're talking just pie in the five, we're talking pie in the sky, just Mickey Mouse, not Mickey Mouse, we're talking pie in the sky, pretend money, aren't we? Bank account money that we're talking about. Examples, yeah, not real money. But if a person had 100,000, they could, that's 10%, 10 grand profit is 10%, isn't it? 10%, which is doable most days of the week. If you depending on the trades that you actually trade, which is down to the individual. If you had £1 million, 10% is not even 1%, it's 1%, which is doable every half an hour. You can make, because the trade is going to go up and down. So it's all relative. What a person says they can make on the videos, it's based without knowing the actual trading balance they've got. I've made trades before now showing my available, my equity, my margin, and the profit and loss. I'm trading it on practice account. It's the same in real, but you can see where I'm trading from. If I make a trade, and when I've closed, I never used to. Well, the trades I used to show you were when I was actually out of the trade. So then the market's changed. So the trade I was in would have been. I don't affect the markets. That's why the trades were closed trades, and the market changes by the second. So the trade is out of date. It's a closed finished trade, not a live active trade. When I make videos, sometimes I did actually do a couple showing you what happens with the chart, how fast the charts go up and down. But but Gavin, what a person makes profit on trades is only relevant to if the balance is actually shown. You've got the balance and the profit. That's it. You see on the trade. You need to have the available, how much available. So it shows you what they're making and if they're losing that much at all because of the size of the trading balance. But they don't tell you how much available they've got. They don't tell you how much available they've got. They don't tell you how much equities in the account. They don't tell you how much their margin is, and they won't tell you, or they might tell you the profit and loss. All they'll say is, I made this much this month, this day, on this trade. But then if they close the trade on the day, you'll be able to see all the different things, like what stop loss they put in, all that, everything, when they bought the trade, when they sold the trade, how long they was in the trade for, how much balance they've got, how much balance, how much proportion of their balance the trade was. The trade could be, the trade could be 5% of their balance. The trade could be 50% of their balance. They may be buying it on the last. They could be, like as I said, they could be down here with virtually no balance, no margin, nothing, or they could be with a lot to actually absorb a losing trade. But you don't know that. Yes, you can see the graphs, and they'll say, "I'm just going to show you the graphs, and this is how it traded. This is a." Yeah, but what was the balance at the start of day trading that day, and what was the balance at the end of that day? And they won't tell you that. They won't tell you what the margin was. They may, but you don't see trades, day trading, where they say that I'm starting today on say 10 grand, for example. Just pie in the sky figure, to pretend, They don't say I'm starting on 10 grand and this is the trades I expect to do. They don't do that. Which is why, yes, you've made X amount of on the trade, but it doesn't tell anybody anything about the trade. And if you close the trade, it's a finished trade anyway. Which you should be able to sort of say, well, this is the balance that I started off. This is the margin it took. This is how long I was in the trade. I bought the trade at this trade. All that data on that trade comes up when you get a closed trade. Just saying. Adios.